What's up, guys? Welcome back to Psych with Jay. I just wanted to give some updates on how work is going as a new psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. So I just wanted to come in here today and say today was my first day as a PMH NP on my own. So I have my own client to load now. So I guess that's how I'm feeling after my first full day on my own. I don't know. So this morning when I woke up, I was thinking I had more than enough time, and I did not have enough time. I left out of the house about 12 minutes later than I expected, simply because I wanted to get to work like maybe 20 to 30 minutes early. I knew that I was not able to get into our AMR system, and that was important because with my own clients, I needed to be able to get in there and navigate and just do things while I was having my appointments and document and do refills and all that jazz. I didn't have access to it when I spoke with the manager last week. I was under the assumption that everything worked. So being a last minute person that I was in this case, it didn't work out too well. But overall, I must say that I had a really, really good day. So I was able to get in there. We hurried up. I had 3 minutes to spare before my first client of the day showed up. So I just used a notepad. I mean, you have to do what you have to do sometimes, right? So yeah, I use a notepad for the duration of my day just to make sure I was able to capture all of the information that I needed to capture. And I will, if not tonight, I will do all of that tomorrow. They told me before I left work today, don't worry about it. You have time. Your visits are there. So just, you can go back in there. If you want to do it tonight at home, you can. Or if you want to come back tomorrow and we can work through it and you could just get them all done tomorrow, that's fine too. So me being me, I was going to try to get them all done tonight. Well, I am tired. I don't know why I'm so tired, because I'm so used to working night shifts. So working 9 to 4, which is the schedule I chose because I'm an IC independent contractor. I don't know what is going on here. So I don't know if it was just because just life over the last couple of days, or basically like over the last week, or what was going on. But yeah, so what helped me get through my day the most? 2 things I must say. Well, really just one, but I'll say 2, maybe 3, but really just 2. I don't know. So this book here, guys, this book literally saved my life today. Like a young lady that I went to school with told me not too long ago, Zada J, you need to get this book. It is invaluable. I bought it within like 15-20 minutes of her sending me the information, because I'm like, you know, why not? I can put some money into my new career, right? So this book is Essential Psychopharmacology Prescriber's Guide by Stephen Stahl. This had everything that I needed in it. And every time I went to go prescribe a medication, I went in here and I looked. If I wanted to increase the dose, I went in here and I looked. If I wanted to add a medication on to a patient or a client that was already taking something, I went in here and I looked. Every last client that I had today, I used this book on. What I also used, which was really once, was the DSM-5. We were told in school this is like the Bible for Psych NPs and psychiatrists and anyone in mental health field, right? So I did use this. I only used this one today because I had a patient that came in transferring from somewhere else, and they had a diagnosis of ADHD and was on Adderall. So because I didn't have any records, I wanted to see if she met the criteria, just because I'm still new with this, and I wanted to make sure before I prescribed the Adderall from which she was taking previously, per her word, that I was okay to prescribe it and I agree with the diagnosis. So I did use the DSM-5 for that. And I'm glad that I did. She was very truthful, looked in Aura's system and all that. So was no real issues there, but I just wanted to make sure that I knew what I knew. I also used a full psychiatric evaluation template, like for MMSE that we did in school during our clinicals, and for just our book work too. And that was very helpful as well. I can't show one of those because I have patient information on it, but it just goes from like the beginning to the end, like identifying data, chief complaint, history of present illness, the past psychiatric history, all that jazz. And then it gets into like their mood and their affect and speech and thought content and thought process and all that jazz, right? So I use that as well on almost all of my clients today. It's getting a little weird here for me to keep saying clients because I'm used to calling the peeps patients. Because I'm in an outpatient setting, they prefer to use the word client. So I'm going to be getting used to using that terminology moving forward. I absolutely love my job, guys. Like, I really, really love my job. It is everything that I wanted. When I've learned that when you talk to God and you ask him for things, you have to be very specific. And when I mean very specific, because it was God, I want outpatient. God, I want to work with children. God, I want to work my own hours, or at least have flexibility with my hours so that I can still take my kids on vacation, because vacation is very huge in our family. It is important. We have been doing this in September will be 8 years that we have been traveling as much as we've been traveling, and I'm not willing to give it up. I would have preferred to stay a floor nurse before I gave up my traveling with my kids. It's important to us, and it's a part of our lives at this point. So yeah, I must say the only thing that I don't like about this job, I have to kind of like dress up, wear dresses or skirts, or nice shirts, and not nice shirts, but like dressy shirts. Well, that's what I was told. However, every time that I've gone there, from my interview to dropping off paperwork or just meeting the staff, I was overdressed. I outdressed everyone there. So even today when I went in there, I was like, I mean, I saw tennis shoes, I saw pants, I saw jeans, and I'm like, okay, what am I missing here? But I'd rather do this and make sure I'm covered just because I'm still new than to be like, oh, I saw someone else doing this, I'm going to do whatever. Okay. No, I'm not a girly girl at all. I'm like the tomboy, have always been a tomboy. And this is just killing me trying to dress up. Cause like, what the heck is this? Like, I don't know, flowers or this, outside of this being flowers, I'm still not like a dressy girly girl, earrings and heels and all that jazz. But you know what? If I got to take off those scrubs and trade it in to look decent every day, as far as girly girl or dresses, so be it. After today, I must say that I'm not so sure that I'm not so sure that I want to go back to the bedside. Like, I love bedside, but I didn't know that I was going to love sitting behind a desk and having clients all day, every day, and absolutely loving that. So I feel like now I equally love it, but I'm loving more the desk option here. I worked hard for my degree. I worked hard for my credentials and the letters behind my name. I worked super hard for it. I just don't want to give up bedside, but at this point, I will pick up bedside every once in a blue moon, if not give it up completely, because I'm all in with the Psych NP stuff right now, guys. But yeah, first day on my own, I didn't have to get up and ask anybody any questions. However, I did get online a couple times, like looking up a few things. I most definitely use the Stoltz book for every client, like I said. And that is like the Bible. I guess you have Bible 1, like almost like the Old Testament and New Testament or something. I don't know. But these both of the books are, I guess, equally important. I'm sure I'll be using a DSM-5 more than what I use it today. So felt really good to be able to write my own prescription, my first prescription. It felt good. It felt like I did that. Like, I did that. That's how I felt, guys. Yep, I did that. And the next one, I smiled. And the next one, it's funny because like my first patient that I wrote a prescription on, I almost wanted to tell her, like, guess what? I have never written a prescription before, and today you're the first person and the first person that I've written a prescription on. But I didn't want to scare her. So yeah, I love my job. It's outpatient. Like, I get youngins, so I've got like littles, and then I've got like all the way to death. So I'm going to specialize in trauma because I think trauma is an important area to focus on in today's society in general, right? So yeah, first day on my own as a Psych NP, and I guess I did that. I had an amazing day, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow. All right, guys, so that is it for the day. I will try to get back on here for real and update on the Georgette's information that I did use. I could not find it to post it a couple of weeks back, but I did find it. It was in a weird place in a toy box in the garage. I'm not sure how it got there, but yeah, so I'll post that, and I'll most definitely keep updates on the new job, new things that I find out, and any information as far as advice or words of wisdom that I can offer new PMHNPs. So yeah, guys, comment down below if you'd like to ask some questions that I may have answers to, or if you would like me to do some vlogs on some content that you are looking for. All right, until the next vlog.